What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Amalgam Show. I'm one of your hosts, Keena Johnson, alongside Dean Kaminsky.
Hello.
Kyron Johnston.
What's up?
Nathaniel Redden. Hey. And Shannon Hagler.
Heyo.
We're all here.
First time, long time.
Is this the first time or the first
This
time?
has to be the first
This is
time.
the first time this year.
No, it's been a while.
The only other time would have been like Australia Day.
The only
No.
times I
We've
can
been in this
recall-
room and recorded with all five of
Bullshit.
us.
Yeah.
It has happened.
We
One
need to
time
find
before.
it.
I don't remember it.
The only other time
Was I
can
drunk?
remember-
Probably.
Yes.
Probably.
The
only
answer
times I
is,
can
were you
remember is,
awake?
when
Yes.
We had Kyron on Discord. That's
Low,
like the
low.
episode.
No,
Bite,
that
bite.
doesn't count.
Oh shit, we've got labels on these.
Doesn't matter. There's only one wrong company.
Yeah, because we're monetized.
Oh shit, we've got labels on this. Thor.
Yeah,
I was like-
fucking put it in the
I was
cup.
like, it's gonna.
I think Thor, like just the title of Thor is actually public domain.
It is.
Just so you don't use, unless you use in association with Marvel, perfectly legal to use it.
Huh.
But the Marvel logo is on it.
If you put the Thor though, I'll get you.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't think there's the Thor. I think it's all just Thor.
The Mighty Thor. I think
Yeah,
that's
Mighty
what-
Thor.
I
That's
think
definitely
what Marvel
copyright.
is.
mighty god of
Have we
thunder.
introduced the rest of these guys yet?
Yeah.
Okay, I forgot about that.
Fuck.
Fuck me, boy.
Oh.
Ah.
Who's drinking here?
Obliviate.
I smell all this rum.
What's the Amalgam Show about, Shannon?
What?
What's the Amalgam Show about?
It is about the nerdy and pop culture things that we are into.
Correct.
Oh.
And care about.
No, we don't care about. We're just into it.
Just into
Fucking hate it.
like definition. Anyway.
Pathetic of everything I've done in my life.
Yeah, I give zero fucks.
I feel like that is just how Kyron sees this show. It's like, I played this thing and I hated it!
I feel like this is
And then he
not.
plays it again. He's like, oh, not too bad.
Yep. So that's just reinforcing my point I'm about to make. This is not going to work because there's 5 of us.
We've been here before.
Yeah. There's a reason we didn't do it for a very long time. We were like, fuck, was it good?
Like
Was
on
it?
Discord,
Shit.
I couldn't get a word in because I was like,
Yes, that's how we did it. Because you were on Discord. Okay,
Yeah.
this is the first time we've done it in a room then, right?
No.
Second
There has
time.
been one other.
Bullshit!
There is one other
Our
one.
Pokemon one, we were all together, like his first episode last year. But then I don't know if there's been one in this room.
No, it couldn't have
There
been his
is,
first
there is
episode.
one in
there's
this
another
room.
Pokemon one.
There couldn't have...
We only get together
That
for
checks out.
Pokemon.
Fucking bullshit.
Okay, so today we're talking about... What is it?
It was
The
Let's
National
Go.
Dex.
No, the fucking...
Let's Go.
Max.
We were all here for the announcement of Let's
See,
Go.
this is what happened last time. We had 2 conversations going at once and it didn't work. This is an audio podcast majoritively.
Have you ever listened to an audio podcast?
Yeah, this happens all the
Yeah,
time.
like you'll have your little, but not like 2 full-blown conversations happening at one time. This isn't a party. This is a genuine. Jesus fuck.
You're making you look like a soft.
Yeah, who's the alcoholic here? What the fuck?
He's too busy bitching about everything.
That's a fair call. I'll just down this really quickly.
If you like what you're about to watch, and I feel this one's going to be a pretty good / bad one, please click that like button, subscribe, comment below if you have any questions, because boy do I have questions, or email us at amalgamshow@gmail.com.
He was talking about
Please turn the
lolly.
fan off, please.
He was talking about lolly porn.
What?
Yeah.
Support us on Patreon at patreon.com/theamalgamshow if you want some extra content. Games Lab, one day Shannon and I will have time to do that again.
Dean might be right.
I'm pretty sure
Dude,
for
when does that
Pokemon-
fucking
for
happen?
Pokemon
Always?
Let's Go announcement, we were all in the same room.
Bull fucking shit we were.
I'm pretty
There's
fucking
No, I think
way.
Dean might be right. I think.
For real?
First of all, Pokemon Go announcement. I was in Harvey Bay when Pokemon Go
Yes,
first came
and
out.
the next thing is that it can't
Let's
have been
go.
Shannon's first time on, because Shannon's first time on is like, I am keeping the seat warm for you, Kyron, over Discord.
Yeah.
You're right, but Kyron was on that episode
I think
as
this
well.
is the
On Discord.
I think this is the first time all 5 of us have been in the same room in this room.
In this
Fuck
video.
you all, I win.
But wait, it can't even be that,
Yeah.
because when did Kyron come back and we all had a podcast together?
Nah,
Because
I was
Kyron
there.
moved back after we came here.
I was
No,
That was
basically-
that was in your second room.
Basically, what has happened is that every single time since Kyron has moved back, one of us has been unavailable.
Yeah,
Because
correct.
the last time there was more than like 4 of us, like prior to last episode, you weren't there.
Yeah.
The last Pokemon discussion we had was just Kyron, Dean, and Keena and me.
Yeah.
You weren't there.
Oh yeah, I was in Sydney,
this
and
is-
I was really annoyed because I'm like, guys, seriously, the fucking one time.
This is what I'm saying. There was one time when we were all available, and then even Nina said in the group chat, she was like, "Oh my god, is this the first time this is happening?" And then I bailed like 4 hours beforehand. And I felt so shit. I can't remember why I bailed, but there was a reason why I couldn't do it.
You were like stuck in a work party or work.
Yeah. And then I was like,
work party.
fucking-
Enjoying himself.
Drinking
in a
in
work
pool.
party. Oh, guys, I'm just stuck here.
Throwing up in a gutter.
they're forcing me to drink. Oh, I'm
Oh
sorry.
no, my down B doesn't work in Smash.
Counter.
Oh god.
So yes, this is the first time, and
You know what?
It'll be the last time.
I was going to say that.
Yeah.
it's not gonna happen for.
We should just make it a once a year.
Yeah,
Once a
annual.
year.
This is our bicentennial.
I can just imagine, like, maybe, like, next week, the same thing will happen again. It's like, well, we can't fucking do it 2 weeks in a row. People are going to expect shit. So, like, it's like, Dean, fuck off. You got the week
We've got
off.
to record another one and then pump the next one out the other week.
Yeah.
Pump someone out, yeah.
We'll just record 2 and then just bank 1 for next year.
Yeah.
If
We
someone's
didn't
gonna,
want to look like idiots, so...
Gee, that 2020, eh? It's a real shit show. We know it's
I
gonna
love the
You guys are
president
wearing-
now. Aren't they a great president?
wait, is that when? Oh, yeah.
Next year.
be. Next year, November next year.
It will be really
Hang in
interesting
there,
to see.
America. Hang in there. You got this.
Happy birthday,
Hey.
America.
Don't fall apart. See if I can.
They've been doing pretty well. I mean, like,
I don't know. Hanging on by your fingernails off a cliff
No,
is
they're
not really
Pretty
doing well.
Israel made a big mistake.
hey, Mufasa fell, alright?
And look what that did to that kingdom.
Made him a legend. Which is what I'm saying. They're still hanging on.
Donald Trump made a speech today at on Independence Day, and he said that the revolutionaries during the Civil War.
Oh, it technically was a civil war?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, but continue.
But during the Revolutionary War, where America won independence, that he said that they took the airports.
Yeah, sick. Wait, no planes.
Planes had not been invented by that point. They were at least 100 years off.
Oh.
Yeah, airport.
Oh.
I was confused because
Yeah.
you said he took the airports.
I was.
They took the
yeah.
airports.
okay.
Yeah, he
That
was
hits
saying
the
he was
rum.
saying that the Revolutionary Army took the airports.
Oh, what the fuck?
Did no one?
I took
check
the
his
airports.
script?
He doesn't have a script.
You can't let
Okay,
him play.
no. So here's the thing. He has a whole team of like PR
Right
and
now,
like
people.
yeah, like people who like fucking double check this shit for him.
Oh, they don't double
Okay,
check.
look,
But they
you
should.
say that.
That's their
but
job.
you would think the same thing about Vin Diesel, and he doesn't fucking. Have
Oh
his-
no! We're talking 2006 Vin Diesel.
Yeah.
Nowadays, he's
Oh
alright.
no.
Oh, has
was
he
like-
said something stupid?
Well, he fucking was doing all this shit around the same time Infinity War came out. He did that live stream, remember? And he put the entire audience in his pocket.
No, that was Mark Ruffalo, and he did that for Thor Ragnarok. For the
Yeah.
first 20 minutes, he had the phone live streaming on Instagram.
Oh, yeah,
and he had
yeah,
it in his
yeah.
pocket, and everyone was like calling him and texting him. He's like,
Oh no, fucking.
he's like, I'm in the fucking movie. And
No, he did it as
Did
well.
Vin Diesel do it as well?
Yeah, Vin Diesel did it on the red carpet. He was like, everybody, look at this, and then someone like talks to him, and he turns away, and then just puts it in his pocket, doesn't turn it off, and then he brings it back up, and he's like, whoa!
Oh yes, because then everyone had the meme where it's like he pulls it out of the pocket and he's like, whoa.
And that's when everyone found out that he was a fucking douchebag.
Oh, I fucking knew that before.
Oh, well, yeah, but
His
then
name is Vin.
Vin.
And his last name's Diesel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I doubt that's legal.
No, it's legal.
It's his legal last
I don't
name.
know.
Did he invent? Well, did his family
No,
invent?
there's not a Mr. and Mrs. Diesel, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. It's not his government name.
Please,
Government
Mr.
name.
Please, Mr. Diesel is my
The
father.
government issues you a name when you were born.
Well,
Mr. Diesel. Dear me.
Just register your name with the government. That's how it works.
Yeah.
But you don't register shit. Your parents register it.
Well, that's what I
Registered
mean.
in Pokédex.
I convinced someone.
Fuck. Can I start my rant now?
Yeah, let's go.
Wait.
Oh my
I convinced someone my name was D'Anthony. And I call myself Dean for short.
That's brilliant.
That is the
I hate
best.
you.
That is the best.
It was pretty great because we were all talking about because I work at a call center, so everyone's like, this guy's like, oh yeah, I call myself Mitchell on the phone. I'm like, you're an idiot, just call yourself Mitch. And he's like, no, it sounds more formal. And then this chick's like, oh well, I introduced myself as Bella, but then like when they ask me what my name is, I say Isabella, and I'm like, fair. Well, I do introduce myself as Dean, and then like if they ask me, I'll be like, oh, my name's D'Anthony. And she was like, what? I was like, yeah, my name's D'Anthony, like D'Anthony Francis Kaminsky. That's my full name. And she was like, what the fuck? And I was like, yeah, it's like, you know, always been that way, you know. And she was like, wow, that's crazy. So you know, like D'Anthony, so it's spelled D-E-A-N. And I was like, yeah. And she was like, wow, that's blown my mind. I was like, you know what else is really mind-blowing? She's like, what? And I was like, my name's actually Dean. She was like, holy fuck. And she, like, does not trust me anymore. So.
Good!
Yeah, so that happened about an hour ago.
Fool me once, fool me twice.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. But yeah, that's probably my highlight.
Smart woman, she shouldn't trust you.
No, well, that's the thing, like, women gotta stop believing me, hey. That's not gonna set me up very well, is it?
It's a bad
Nah, I'm a nice guy.
It's a bad
I'm a
look.
cool kind of guy.
Yeah, he's
But you get a bit of sugar in me. Whoa. Hit me up, ladies. D'Anthony. You know where I am.
That took a left turn.
What are your opinions
Anyway,
on
your
Pokédex?
rant.
You can all go fuck yourself. No.
Whoa, what the fuck? What
That's his
happened?
rant. He's like, I'm quitting.
No, I have.
This is the first and last time we're all here.
No, I have a strong anger towards the Pokemon fan base.
You have anger against
Why would
anger,
they
which
do?
is pretty much your shtick
I
now.
think I
Yeah.
know what this is.
Okay, so Pokemon they slyly announced that the new Pokemon games won't have the entire.
It wasn't an
Pokédex.
announcement, it was an interview.
Oh yeah.
They said
Oh,
slyly.
and how like you can't transfer old Pokemon to
Yeah,
the game.
not
right.
all of them. Some of them, not all of them.
Okay.
Basically, if it appears in Sword and Shield, you can bring it in from older generations. But if
Okay.
it's not in the Sword and Shield game, it won't be able to go in because the models and the game just aren't there.
Yeah.
So they're going to pick and choose, and obviously they'll have got a set roster.
Because they're going from DS assets to Switch assets.
Yes,
Which is
and
a big...
the internet lost its fucking mind. Oh my god, people are just. I want my Rattata. Yeah, like I just
Shut the fuck up.
I just want to tell people to shut the fuck up and get the fuck over it because we knew this was coming.
Eventually.
Like at some point,
It had to, right? There's
Exactly.
over 1,000
The
Pokemon
great
now.
cull was coming.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like-
At some point, like even if you take like
Team
there's
Rocket's like,
like there's over 800 Pokemon right now. By the time we get to the end of Sword and Shield, there'll probably be around about 900. And then when you take into like form differences and changes and all those other bits and pieces, there's over 1,000 different models, and that's just Generation 8. So Generation 9's like what, 1,000 plus? Generation 10's 1,200. Generation 11, 1,500. Like it gets so exponentially huge that like you gotta cut somewhere.
they'll figure out a way to bring it in eventually.
They said
Eventually,
it-
yeah.
The Switch is a new console,
You
so it's
can
like the next game.
explain it away by saying, hey, this is a different country. Not every Pokemon is actually spawned in
Yeah.
every country.
Yes. And
That's,
That's
like,
how
the whole-
that's like expecting to find
No.
native Australian birds
The easier,
in Canada.
the easier way to explain this is just different timeline it.
yeah. I mean, they've already
It should be like, this is the start of a brand new timeline where just these Pokemon exist. And then you can reintroduce them in the next one.
That's the easy one for you. Just discount.
No, because your different country thing doesn't work because I can put my dog on a plane.
Yeah.
So
that's-
this
that's
timeline,
essentially
the
what we're
Nazis won, and there's really Pokemon.
Okay, he said it's a different time.
Wolfenstein Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Oh fuck! Imagine if there was a Pokemon with a fucking Nazi band. Well,
Is
like
that not Mr. Mime?
it's like
No.
This
No.
might be like
No,
I think
Jinx
that's-
is blackface. There's a totally different one.
yeah. I think that's the Alolan form.
Imagine if they did that.
Mr. Mime's dots just disappear there. Rochelle's there.
It shows the animation of them just like forming.
And turning black.
That's mega Mr. Mime.
Mr. Mime, Mega Evolve!
Yeah.
It turned into a poison.
Special attack gas chamber.
Poison gas.
No, special attack. could
Oh
be
yeah.
Gas chamber.
Like a Z move.
Yeah.
Its Z move is the final solution.
Christ.
So yeah, they're cutting Pokemon.
But yeah, like I was saying, They will introduce a way. It'll be like a Pokemon Bank for.
Well, they have that, and that's why people are so angry.
Yeah.
So they've introduced it. They've announced a new app that will launch at the start of next year called
It can always
Pokemon.
be updated after next year.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like, that's what's going to happen.
I think you
Yeah,
have
that's
to.
pretty much what they've also said.
Yeah.
I think you have to look at it in the sense that, like, in every single business, the consumer is always unhappy in every single change.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like,
100%.
With this being a change that Pokemon is doing, again, as you said, like they've probably got a roster. They've probably got a roster that's going to as time goes by. Cool, we'll release half of first gen. We'll release half of fucking second gen. Blah blah blah.
They've
blah,
also
blah.
like hinted that when like Gen 4 remake and like Gun will release more Pokemon in those expansions.
He keeps calling it Gun, and it keeps making me want to die.
maybe like
it'll probably be Bow or something.
Maybe like Lance.
They probably won't
Something
even.
like that.
They probably won't
Lance is
even
a
do one.
Halberd.
It'll be Sword and
Yeah,
Shield too.
spear.
I thought you said
Maybe.
Albert. And I was like,
Ultra Sword
what?
and Shield.
Or they'll just mix the two and just call it Phalanx.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
I like that.
That's
Yeah,
not a bad
that could
idea.
work.
Pokemon Bayonet.
They won't do it, but that's
No,
not
yeah,
bad.
Bayonet, and it's just like Bayonet, the Pokemon, is the legendary.
No, but it's
Jesus
Bayonetta from Bayonetta.
Just straight up Bayonetta, just running around guns.
Have we gotten everyone's like take on the new legendaries?
Dog with sword is my favorite thing on the planet
Okay,
right
like,
now. It's
I
so
like
fucking
Dog with
cool.
Shield.
So
Dog with Shield reminds me of.
So dog with shield.
Yes.
So the shield looks like it's part of its body. Dog with sword looks like it like got
It's its
cut
tongue.
and
It's
then
its
like
tongue.
it's.
I'm bullshitting.
Ah.
No.
I was gonna say that's fucking stupid.
No.
In the CG trailer, it looks like it can come out of its mouth.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
it's
Well,
a
that's what I
Orochimaru.
mean.
Yeah.
So it looks like it's found a sword, whereas the other one, like, it's a part of its like
Yeah.
physical form, and it just like,
It's like the
I'm
shield
fine
was,
with
like,
it. It looks,
fully formed.
as you said, like dog with sword. It looks fucking.
It's so fucking
it's
cool.
So it's so
It's
funny.
so
like
dope.
like how cool. But also it looks like it's just a object that it's holding.
It does look a little bit unbalanced, like it's gonna drop it at any moment.
Yeah.
But I kind of like that because I like the idea of like it's the Pokemon of attacking, like always attacking. So it's always like a little bit off kilter because it's always charging. So it's got this thing in its mouth that like if you get it at the right angle, maybe you'll be able to dodge its attack or you'll be able to
I like
attack
how
it
they
back.
treat it like a stick.
Also,
Yes.
Farfetch'd has a leak that it always just has.
Oh yeah, a bunch of Pokemon
And that
have shit.
that always kind of threw me off. But
Yeah.
in saying that, as you said, like the sword looks off balance, whereas Farfetch'd, I suppose it's got a wing. It's not like actually got opposable thumbs. But
And I mean that other weird fire Pokemon that just has a stick shoved in its like tail all the time.
Yeah,
well,
Braixen.
Braixen can use
Yeah.
any stick.
Yeah, I know.
So like if it breaks it, it can find a fucking other one. And that's
Yeah.
what I mean. Like
If you
can
break-
this one find another sword?
I would suspect that we're going to get some sort of like lore in the game where it's
Like-
like, hey, it's a magical sword that it found or it
Or made
created.
from Gen
Like
6
Mjolnir
that
or
created
something.
that massive
Well, like-
fucking destroying Pokemon.
Like-
Or it'll pull some bullshit.
Fuck, you're thirsty, hey? Jesus
like-
Christ.
Oh jeez.
More ways than one.
So well, they pulled that lore that they did in like Sun and Moon, where you get that little fucking nebula, little
Oh,
shit that
I-
just turns into the.
I think they'll ditch that. That was the first time they'd ever done that.
Because if they're both dogs, I can see how they might.
No,
read it
I
that
think what
way,
it's going to
and then just
be-
like
Wait,
it picks up
I'm
a
confused.
sword and goes back.
How does that work?
Yeah.
Oh, you haven't
Yeah.
seen it. You haven't played
What?
Sun and Moon.
Sun and
Okay.
Moon.
In Sun and Moon, there is a small legendary Pokemon called Cosmog that follows you around the whole game. It's someone else's. And it follows you around, and everyone's like, that's a mysterious Pokemon. And by the end of the game, you realize that, oh, it's actually the legendary box, like the box legendary Pokemon. It evolves into that.
When you say, so whatever is on the.
Yeah, so if you've got
Whatever's
Sun,
on-
you've got Solgaleo. The little puff cloud that's been following you around the whole game evolves into Solgaleo at the end of the game. And you're like, oh, cool. And then you start to... It's the first time they've done that, and I think it was a cool idea because it meant that you always catch the legendary, but it's always like, I just box it. But when I caught that one, I was like, actually, I've kind of like...
Got an
bonded
attachment.
with this one
Yeah.
over the story, which is nice. What I think Sword and Shield will do is that whatever the sword and shield, like the shield main and the sword are made out of, will have been the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then at some point, some other Pokemon, some deity, something has
yes.
made the shield and sword for these two Pokemon to use. And crafted it for them, and then there'll be some sort of magical thing with Zacian where like like Mjolnir, if it falls out of its mouth, it probably just zoom back into it. So
That would be
yeah,
cool.
it'd be nice and simple
Just
like that.
stretchy tongue or something. Just like
No, it's one of those. It's one of those
just
lanyard
gross,
sticks.
like
Oh yeah, just
tongue whip. Yeah.
Also,
takes its fucking head off.
the shield dog doesn't really make sense. Like, okay, if I had a shield
Welcome
here,
to Pokemon.
if I had a shield here, right? The fuck is that gonna block?
I don't know. You might
Everything
Well, the shield-
except my
To be
face.
It's
fair, the
actually
shield
quite
comes
large.
out to here.
It is
Like,
quite
and
large.
also-
Yeah, so it's gonna block everything behind the bastard. But like,
He
what
might
is
have
it?
a hard ass
So is his
face.
So like is his face like just?
Steel.
I mean, he
like,
blocks
part of
that
the shield?
sword strike with his fucking face.
That's fair, cool.
Yeah.
It'd be cool if he had like some type of Iron Man shit where it just like.
Oh, that'd be cool. That would
Yeah.
be cool.
And then you'll love Armored Mewtwo.
That's a different story.
There's a whole
Oh,
lot.
that silence just falls
Yeah,
over
it's
the room as soon as you're like, oh, me too.
Well, that's the thing. I had no
be
idea
fair,
what
it was in
the
the
fuck you
original
were
movie.
talking about for a good second, and then I was like,
Remember Pokemon the first movie?
Right, that's the end of the podcast.
Oh,
Time to take Keena out the
yeah.
back.
This is the last time all
But
five
no,
of us are in the room.
The problem I had was that the Pokemon community fucking lost their mind, and there were so many people who were like, "No, I'm never gonna buy these games. You don't have my Pokemon." I'm
They're
just
probably
shut up.
cutting the fat. Like, they're probably leaving the fan favorite.
I'd hope so.
And then just cutting
Uh,
the fat of just people, like Pokemon that people
That-
just
How interesting would it
forgotten.
be if they were just like, yeah, no, not that evolution.
Oh, no, every evolution will be in this
They're
game.
probably gonna cut shitheads like Spinder and shit like that. Like,
Oh,
just
yeah.
Pokemon people don't.
Whoa! You don't like Spinder?
Well, that's the
Rugby.
problem is that every Pokemon is someone's favorite
Yeah.
Pokemon. They're
All
going
the
to
Pokemon
anger
from
someone.
Black and White.
But I think the problem,
Cool, they missed out on 30 sales. Good.
I think the issue is that people are just like, it doesn't have all of them. It's like, well, you don't need them. Just
Yeah.
let it. Just play the game. Just see how it
I'm not
goes.
gonna
I mean-
lie, when I played Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, I was like going through the end game of it all, where you like get the new starters and everything. And I was like, what the fuck are these Pokemon? Because I skipped Gen 4 and 5.
Oh yeah.
So I came back and I'm like,
Yeah.
what
There's some-
are these?
There's some crazy shit in those gens
Yeah.
too.
That's me. Like I played Alpha Sapphire, and then Endgame stuff. I'm like, what? And then also fairy types threw me for a loop. I'm like, I don't know how to fight these fuckers.
Man, I remember when Fairy Types was coming out and everyone was like, those go.
Yeah, and this is the same thing. Like
Yeah.
every time they introduce a new thing or they do something different, everyone's like, "This is stupid." Like fairy type, everyone thought it was dumb. It's boss. It's a great type.
I mean, it's stupid in the sense that a Jigglypuff can take on a fucking Dragonite.
Yeah,
But
some of the retypings weren't great, but it's really good to have that balancing type in there.
Yeah.
Like, because dragons are finally like brought to heel. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, cool.
But Fairy Type is also really like its weaknesses are fucking weird types.
Well, that's the thing is that it also helped balance the rest of it because
Yeah.
it made things like steel and poison useful.
Yeah.
Like they weren't too
Because
useful.
no one really used poison except for
Yeah.
like obviously using the status effect.
Yeah, toxins
Other
type,
than,
and that
yeah,
was about
other
it.
than that, like,
And against grass types, like
well, even then, like you'd always have a fire type.
Yeah,
Sure,
you
yeah.
would always have like
Or a
something
flying
else.
type.
But
yeah, I
now
never had. But my favorite type now is Bug. I don't know why.
Bug is good.
I just like it.
Bug is good. It's
I'm
versatile.
really excited about Bug Pokemon.
Yeah,
Give me
but-
that Caterpie.
They
Like
haven't-
I get
Bug
the whole
catching
thing. I get the whole thing behind like bug types. You know they evolve earlier. Like cool,
Mm-hmm.
that's great. But then later on, when everything else is evolved, they're kind of redundant.
They're early game Pokemon.
Yeah.
That's what they are.
Definitely.
Yeah.
But
They're there for the kids.
and
to
that's
do.
why Ash fucked it off because he was like, all right, now that everything else is evolving.
That was a sad ass fucking
It was a-
episode.
I
I was
watched
like,
it-
Butterfree, no!
I remember because I was rewatching
Butterfree's dead now, by
that
the
series
way.
of
yeah, that checks out.
What?
Well,
Butterfree's-
if it's 10, if Ash is 10 forever, does that mean?
No. The butterfly that Butterfree is based on only lives for 24 hours.
That's right.
And I'm pretty sure it's like one
Imagine
or
if
two
they
episodes from when it evolves to when it gets let loose, and like basically everyone pieced together was like, oh yeah, Butterfree's dead now.
I mean, imagine if
Suck
they,
on that!
Imagine if they put that in the games. Like, yeah, I finally got a Butterfree. It's like there's just a clock.
It's just a
What's
doom
this
effect.
status effect? Maybe I should take it to the Pokemon Center.
Nah,
It's still there.
nah. Eat shit.
Takes it to the Pokemon Center. You've introduced foreign drugs to this thing. It's dead.
But no, that Pokemon game, those Pokemon games are gonna be fucking amazing. They're gonna be incredible. I
I'm
think they're
keen.
really gonna be good.
keen
And
for
you
it.
need to get a fucking Switch first.
Yeah, I'll get it. That's it.
Yeah.
You
He's
make
been saying that for 12 months.
See, but that's the thing. Like every time that I've said I'm gonna get a Switch, I said I would get it for Smash. The only time I play Smash is when I go to a mate's place or if I'm at work.
Yeah.
Which
That's
everyone.
because you don't have a Switch.
But that's the thing. Like, I don't think I'd play that in my spare time. Whereas this is a single player game that I would like to play. The only other single player game on Switch that I would look at would be Breath of the Wild, and even
Same
then,
boat.
I don't I didn't grow up with Legend of Zelda, therefore I
Holy
I found
shit,
a
me
need
neither,
behind it.
but fuck, that's a good
Yeah.
game.
It's
Yeah,
such a
and
good
I'm
game.
sure it is, but you got it because you had a Switch. Therefore, you find its value. But I don't
guarantee
find
I
it
would
any-
say
whereas
yes, but I bought it all at the
but
same time.
but I fucking love Pokemon.
Yeah.
So like I'm
that's fair.
absolutely gonna get this before.
I guarantee.
I'm probably gonna pre-order whatever fucking special edition Switch they have with it. That's probably what I'll do.
Oh yeah, they still haven't announced that.
Yeah.
yet. But I guarantee you, when you get a Switch, you'll find more value.
And I'm sure I
'Cause
will.
There's so much.
I'm
to
sure I
play
will.
with
It's
that
just
thing.
at this point in time, I don't.
Plus, it's the
I've been
only
playing
console
it a
with
lot more
uncensored
recently
titties.
too.
Wait, what? Only
So both Xbox and PlayStation have certain censor rules about like content that can be on their platforms.
Okay.
Nintendo's the only company that doesn't have that. So there are all of the anime porn games are just on the Switch,
But, like-
uncensored, unfiltered.
But
You
like,
would think the opposite, because every time
You
I
would
hear
think
it,
the
you
opposite.
Okay.
But like
I-
I've played The Witcher 3.
Yes,
and
so
there's
I
tons
think-
of titties in there.
Yes.
No, you're thinking about it differently. You're thinking about just seeing a titty as opposed to actually like
Playing
Interaction.
gameplay being interaction
Yeah.
with other
I
people.
thought the exact same thing you were
Yeah,
thinking.
you're thinking a different way. Yeah.
But then he
Okay.
said porn game, and I was like, interactive titties.
Yes.
So like
Gotcha.
the banner ads of this game only come in 5 minutes.
Yeah. yes.
Not
Don't tell your friends you play this.
not that far. I know where you're going with that, but not that far. But like, no, there's a bunch of
I
games
mean,
that
you can take it that far.
there's a bunch of there's a bunch of games that are released on all three platforms, and on the Xbox and PlayStation they've been censored with like strategically placed light beams and blur. But on the Switch they're
Blur
like
Studios, great.
It's just strategically placed blur.
no, they just
Yeah,
overlay
Switch
blur the video
High
game.
def titties.
It's like the only thing that is high def. They bring out a 4K Switch just
But
for
on the
blur.
Switch,
Man.
you can portably have your anime porno games.
Fuck, now every time I talk to someone, they're like, yeah, I got my son a Switch. I'd be like,
Gross.
watching them titties, is he? Y'all up in
I
there,
still
porn
remember
game.
when I was
Parental
fucking-
controls.
When I was working at the computer
Who
center,
uses
I had,
those?
I had a parent come in and say, "Oh, I want to buy my son an iPod," and I said, "Okay, so what's he want to use it for?" And then he said, "Oh, he says he needs it for school." And I'm like, "Okay, so what programs is he going to be using?" And he said, "Something called Omegle and something called Kick."
Woof.
And I was like, "Yeah, just this one."
You're fine.
I'm not gonna sell anything.
No.
Your secret's safe with me, son. To God.
But God have mercy on your soul.
If I was a parent and my kid was like, I need a phone for school, and I'm gonna be like, red flag. What do you need it for?
Okay, hold on.
Omegle and Kick. Quick Google.
Yeah,
And then
Omegle,
you-
Kick.
And then you like go into Omegle, and the screen thing is just an old man beating off.
Oh, yeah.
It's just dicks everywhere.
If you don't hit dicks in 15 seconds, you're on the wrong website.
Yeah.
You're not on Omegle, you're on this weird sub Omegle.
I was gonna say you're on chat roulette, but no, that's the same.
No, that's the same. That's the same. I spent many a university here on chat.
You have to. Jesus Christ. You have to.
It was like we had one of the guys had like one of the only laptops in our share house that had like a webcam on it, and we are like, you know what? We're drunk and it's 1 a.m. Let's see what the fuck this thing is, because it was like when chat roulette first came out and was like first getting notoriety. We're like, let's see what this is. Whoa! And
Big dick. Small dick. Oh,
Unnotable dick.
I can't tell if that is a dick.
You have. Jesus Christ. You have to think about it though. So
Strategic
with
blur.
your statement, if a parent was told that their kid needed this, no, I'm just saying, like, how many parents do you think would actually go, oh fuck, maybe I should Google that?
It should be all of them.
It should.
It should be all of them.
Right,
But at the same time, we're talking about
Inherently
parents
liars.
from Roma who are like, "Oh, I'll just go look that up on the corn."
Like, but that's the thing. So I said to my parents, I want an Xbox, and they say, what is that? I say it's for games. Cool.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the end of their
No,
interest.
I was talking about this with Kyron the other, like just like up there before we came in here. When I asked my mum for a PS2 for Christmas, I asked for a PS2 and that was it. And then my mum went to an EB Games and went to a couple other places and like talked to people and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And she did her research. And when I came to Christmas morning, I had a PS2, I had an extra controller, I had a memory card, I had 2 or 3 games, and my uncle's spare TV was put into my room where I was staying at the time so I could set it up and play it.
What's it like to have parents that love you?
She knew everything. It's like, it's not hard. All she did was go into the store and be like, my son wants this. I don't know what I need. Please help. And that's literally all that happened. And she just did, like, just took initiative.
So
to
what
actually,
you're saying
shout
is-
outs to my mum. who fucking
Shout out to
nailed
Shannon.
it.
Got the
Mom.
memory card
You
within
the
the
gangster.
first 18 months.
He didn't
Yeah.
have to waste your fucking energy.
I saved my
Right.
Ratchet and Clank 2 locked and loaded game that fucking day.
We did not save the
So-
game from many of them.
So what
Imagine.
what you're saying is
PS1 games, no problem.
The amount of times we replayed the start of Hercules, insane.
No, Hercules was on PS1. We were fine, but we just did that because we were bad at the game.
I was 5. I have mixed memories of what games I played.
So what you're saying is the problem with that story is Nathaniel, because he didn't inform the parent.
Yeah, basically.
No, like, you're not... No, because, like,
Well, I'm
I've
not going
worked
to
in...
tell the parent that, yeah, your kid's probably going to
Yeah, so I've worked in retail.
Yeah.
You don't do that.
Yeah.
You don't do that. You don't be like, yo,
So
your kid's looking
I
at
did
porn.
say I informed to the best of my ability, but that's still fuck all. And I was basically just like, yeah, this is, I can't even recall if he ended up buying it or not.
He just drew a bunch of dicks on the receipt. It's like, oh, I think they'll get the message.
Written on the back of it, monitor your child. Hands it to him, looks him in the eye and goes,
Start looking for therapists now.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. How's the drinky?
confused crying, this is why.
It didn't go down very well at the start, but it's getting there.
Any drink will go down if you try hard
Well,
enough.
that's the thing. So the other weekend when I was at Nathaniel's, I was like, "You got any drinks?" And he was like, "I got a bit of scotch." And so we had a scotch each, and we ran out, and we were like, "Fuck!" Like we were starting to get a little bit buzzed. Obviously not drunk because it was one scotch. We're starting to get a bit buzzed, and then we're like, "Oh, but we want to continue." And then Nathaniel's like,
Continue? 9.
Nathaniel was like, "Well, I've got this red wine. I fucking hate wine. Wine is fucking terrible.
Is that good shit? Oh,
like
it's good shit.
It's all goon.
It all tastes like goon, right?"
Because guess
you
what?
could give
Goon
me
is wine.
Right,
Give me
but
the best rosé on the planet. I'll be like, oh, fruity Lexia.
yeah,
Well,
like
That's because you're drinking rosé. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I don't know,
That's
that was the
because-
first wine word to pop into my
That's
It's alright,
because
Kyron, I got you.
You grew up with just Goon. You didn't like start with anything.
I didn't grow up with goon.
No.
I fell into that.
I'm just saying. Everyone does.
Everyone's played Goon of Fortune. Come on.
No,
No, I
Really?
haven't.
that's the washing.
Man, I don't fuck around with my Goon. I just drink it.
Oh, man.
No, the first
No,
time I-
because you have a bag of Goon that you're sucking on,
Yep.
and then you put one bag of Goon on the clothesline. Everyone's gonna have their own bag of Goon.
Yeah.
Anyway, all I was saying was basically,
Goon of Fortune is the best.
if you mostly just drink Goon,
I
you're
just
gonna
drink.
think wine tastes like Goon until you actually understand what the sense and taste are
Yeah.
in different wines.
Anyway, back
And
to
how it
Goon.
feels.
So will I
Yeah.
get oaky notes if I drink enough?
Oh, it depends.
You get Okie note from Okie.
It's a collectible.
Wow. That was the
And you get-
shittest fucking joke.
And you get Dolby notes from Dolby.
I can just see, like, I can imagine the gears turning in your head.
It's
You're like,
just like,
"Oh,
I need to talk."
Okie notes, I've got one for this. All right, you get them from Okie. Got him.
I had something else. I got like 4 things going in my brain, and then it was like the wheel, and then just
4 things.
It landed on bad luck, bankrupt. Yeah.
Broke in half and behind it was just
I'm just
oaky notes.
I feel like this audience right now is like when you're dancing in Fable and everyone else is like, and there's that one guy that's like,
Anyways,
chicken chaser.
the purpose of my story
Wait, there was a story?
Yeah, so I was at Nathaniel's drinking.
He was trying to.
And then he got the wine out, and so like
out.
every fucking time, because he pulled the wine glasses out, and in my mind I'm thinking, fucking Christ, like, okay, so wine to me is like, I don't know, like fucking.
I have the best fucking.
It's like white chocolate.
Yeah.
It's like it'll get the job done, but it's not what you want.
It's really not. That's a good analogy, actually. Good
You'll
job.
put the
Thank you.
cabs on, mate. But
And yeah, like literally, it's so bad to me that every time I like took a sip from this thing, I would like shiver out of disgust.
he was literally like this. Have you ever seen those like cat regurgitation? Every time he went and took a sip or even smelled it, he was like.
It was not good. Like, so we'd just be having a conversation. Nathaniel and I, and Nina would just be like having a chat. I'd be like, yeah, that's kind of stupid.
But then the thing is, he just kept going back. It's not like he found it that disgusting that he couldn't drink it. He was just like, oh my god.
It's like a dog that licks a bee. It doesn't learn. It
Yeah,
just keeps
it's
doing
so
it.
But that's the thing. Even though it was disgusting, it was still keeping me drunk. And that's what I was looking for.
I found it. The golden ticket. I found it.
Run home, Charlie. Don't stop for anything.
You could have. Oh, fuck it.
Imagine if like someone got hit by a car during that scene and he's like, fuck you! He's the only one that's witnessed it and they're like, help me! And they're like, nope! I got the golden
He
ticket!
said don't stop.
I'm going home!
Oh, God.
Fuck you, I'm going to a factory! True story. But yeah, so fuck red wine. Yes, this tasted shit, now it's going alright. Nathaniel's nearly done and
That's nuts.
what's our next point?
Anything else you might?
Can we not talk about what we're into?
No, we'll just keep talking. Well, there was.
Yeah,
say,
I like how we're just talking. That's good.
Well, I was going to say, mentioning drinking. I went to a wedding last weekend.
What?
Now,
Wow, commitment.
Whoa, wow, what, huh? No, well, I just want to say, it's the first time I ever saw a bar do what they did. Like, the first time I've seen someone pay for what they did. So, with a wedding, you have, like, different traditional styles.
Hold on. Is it because they had the money?
Yes, it is because they have the money. So you have the standard.
You can lower your expectations from mine.
Spent the dowry on
Yeah, Jesus Christ. No, you have the traditional wedding bar tab, which is like, we're just going to grab a chunk of cash, we throw it on the tab, when it's gone, it's gone.
Well, some people get drinks packages.
Yeah, and then there's the drinks package, which is what we're doing for ours, which is like, cool, for 5 hours, everyone is going to get beers and wines.
Yeah.
Go for your life.
That's your go-to, yeah.
And then you can, depending on how rich you are, you can add spirits to that for an extra cost. This is the first wedding I've been to that had the spirits.
What? Was it for 5 hours?
Wait,
Bloody-
is it spirits
yeah.
including cocktails?
I don't think it was including cocktails. I think it was basic spirits.
just everyone drinking.
But
Long
even
Island
then,
iced teas.
and then,
Dean's like, no.
and then, to make it better, they didn't have to pay for the wine package because they have a cousin or uncle who has a vineyard, and I like wine, so I was just getting served amazing wine all night.
Is this the guy? Is this the dude who has the cousin who owns a vineyard?
Yes.
The fuck?
Yeah.
You got like the best dude in the world.
Yeah, and he's a fucking pilot.
Good fucking god.
He's a pilot.
Some people get all
He has
right.
to have a tiny dick though. It's not like,
There has
you
to be a
can't have
drawback.
that many positives.
Woof.
Crippling depression that he
Wait. Is she a Victoria's Secret model?
She's pretty close to it.
Oh, okay. Maybe he doesn't have a tiny dick.
They're both lovely people, all right? Chill. In case they ever hear this. Sorry, guys.
If they're hearing this, they're on the wrong side of YouTube.
But it was a lovely
The face you're
wedding.
making.
Yes,
It was a lovely wedding. I just want to say, I love the idea of a drinks package that is for everything. Because when I decided I was sick of the wine, I just switched to Jack and Coke, and it made my
And then you got
mind
even
out.
more fucked up.
Oh man, I got so fucked up.
Oh, see,
We-
that's
and
why
we
I'm
made the
being
right
slow,
decision.
because I know we're not.
And we
very
made the
close
right
to
decision
that.
too, because we Ubered it there and back. That was the smart decision.
that
No one
is
had to
smart.
drive.
Yeah. See,
Just like,
Yeah, pretty much.
So my mate's getting married next year in October. I was actually asked to be his groomsman. That was pretty
Aw.
cool. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I mean, congratulations
Did you say
more
no?
for him. Yeah, I did. I was like, fuck you. No. No, sorry. Obviously said yes. But yeah, he was.
Am I not good enough to be the groom?
So that. What, I can't marry your girlfriend? Sorry, fiance. Yeah, so.
Sorry, my fiance.
Mine now, bitch. No, so yeah, so.
For it.
Jesus Christ. They're a lovely couple. Anyway.
Yeah, you can't make that joke.
No, I'm in your situation.
See what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah, then you're like, oh shit.
See, the only reason he could possibly hear this is because he's one of the few people I know that knows I do this.
Oh, good. Good.
So for whatever off chance, he's like, you know what, let's have a look into it. Sorry. But yeah, so I'm
Patreon, $70.
so he's getting married in October. And
This October, next October.
next October. They only just got engaged a month ago.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah. So they want to get it out of the way because so they were talking about what they're going to do for their wedding before they were even engaged.
Yeah.
Like that's how into it they are. Pretty much like
That's how they're into it, you know, the commitment, lifelong
Yeah,
love
like,
stuff.
They're
I'm
into
not
it.
really,
They
you
were
know.
talking about it before they even
Yeah.
asked
They're like
about
super into this like marriage thing.
Like they've got a plan.
Yeah.
If anything goes wrong.
It's like they've got their lives together and shit. I don't know.
I have my love. Okay. For those listening to an audio, I'm drinking my drink.
She doesn't love you back.
Well, she treats me right.
She literally makes you sick.
She's killing your liver.
That's fun. I'm here for a good time, not a long one.
Regrow your liver, so it's all good.
I feel like you say that every time you're on the
I
podcast.
generally do when I'm drinking. Yes.
Which is every time you're on the
Which
podcast.
is every time no, well, not every time. There was one time I did it sober.
Dean,
never again.
I've known you for not very long, like maybe a couple of years, and I don't think I've ever seen you without a drink in your hand.
Well, okay, no, you have seen me without a drink in my hand. The only time you didn't see me with a drink in my hand, though, is when I was not legally allowed to drink.
Oh, I remember that. Remember when we were like staying at their house before we went to Kangaroo Island?
I do remember that.
No, because I remember when you came over to my place, you still had a drink in your hand.
No way.
Yeah, we
Oh,
did,
wait, I
because
did have the
Michael
beer.
bought us beer.
Uh-huh.
Bought us the beer.
And we
Uh-huh.
fucking shotgunned it so we could get a buzz.
Yeah, because
Uh-huh.
they were like, you're allowed one. And we were like, what the fuck is the
We were
point?
like, okay.
Tastes like shit. Where's the straw?
You guys are so dumb.
Well, what else are we meant to do? Sip the beer? Fucking, it
Yes, enjoy it.
tastes like piss.
It was actually really
It's funny how like I've never seen actually. What alcohol do you like to drink?
Generally Scotch and Coke.
Okay.
That's my go-to.
Because like you're drinking a rum, you say that tastes
Yeah,
like
so,
piss.
I
You
mean,
drink
cheap.
wine, you nearly gag.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
you're like beer tastes like shit. It's like
No,
what
no, no,
do
no.
you
So-
drink?
so-
I've seen him drink a lot of Jack Daniels.
No. These were discount beers.
So first of all, yeah, it was really shit, like off-brand beer, like just did not taste good anyway.
Pretty sure it's pale ale.
And you have to think about it, like, who goes home and has one beer?
Me.
I do.
Gay, basically.
People with a healthy lifestyle.
Yeah,
I don't go home and have one beer.
I do because I gotta fucking sleep. I'm like
I
one
have
beer. I'm
one
like,
beer.
That puts me to
Bottle
sleep.
wine.
I have about 3 and then I'm out.
Beer, bottle of wine.
But yeah, anyway.
Chamomile tea does
Beside-
the same thing. Doesn't fuck
Beside
up
the
your
point,
liver.
what was I talking about? I was talking about something good.
Shot of vodka.
I don't know. Fuck if I know. Something about someone getting married. I don't know.
Yeah, that's right. He's getting married.
Yeah.
And every time they're like, "Oh, Dean, what do you think about this? Like, we're thinking of getting married here. We're thinking of doing this. We're thinking of doing that." I feel really bad, but also like it's true. Every time I'm like, "Man, I don't give a fuck what you do. I'm just keen for the Bucks party." And like,
Drink stab.
so the bride has set the standard that we have to have the Bucks party at least 3 weeks before the wedding.
That's
at least.
that's
The
genuine.
only reason for that, she doesn't want us to lose him.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
She's like, if you fucking lose him the week beforehand, I'm going to murder someone.
Yeah, that
We're
is
like, fair enough.
pretty
But-
standard.
How do you lose someone?
Well, we're thinking like hangover type, like Doug is gone
Okay.
type shit.
You want to be able to find.
But
gotta be
in
huge.
saying that, they've now so the venue that we're looking at, they have like a hotel next to it, and they get like mates rates if they stay there the night before, and that's what like all of us like the bridal table
Yeah.
are gonna stay at.
Yep.
And all of us like groomsmen and the groom came together and we were like, we can have a pre-party.
and that is a bad idea.
Well, that was the thing. So we were talking about it. Me and the groom were like talking about it. We're like, yeah, let's just get fucked up. Like we don't have to go out.
Wait, boys, kick-ons.
Yeah,
But to be fair, like
that's
there's
a bad idea.
So there's there's a club next to the venue.
Mm-hmm.
So if we do want to go out, it's only just there.
Yeah,
and, like,
don't do that. Don't do that.
And then she came home and I was like, oh fuck, stop talking about it. Turns out she approved it already.
Oh fuck! All right.
And I was like, oh fuck it, all right. So yeah, pretty keen.
All right, that's crazy.
Bucks
Because
Party 2.0,
I have
and then the wedding.
I have
And then the
seen
reception.
weddings.
The reception of the wedding. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously the wedding's gonna be gangster. Oh, actually, I said something really
The
stupid.
wedding's gonna be gangster. Someone's gonna pull in a car, draw their sidearm, just fucking murder half the people in there.
Oh shit, dude! I said something really.
Say I do, motherfucker. Say I do.
I said something really stupid the other day. So we were talking about the venue for like the actual wedding, and they were like, oh yeah, we don't know where to go because we've got so many people coming, and we want to make sure that everyone's a bit comfortable. Like we want everyone to see it. We want to share it with people, like friends, family, all those good people. We want to make sure there's enough seats and everything, and maybe some people have to stand. It's gonna suck. I was like, yeah, that kind of is shit. And then I was like, man, I fucking hope I don't have to stand. And then I remembered I was the fucking groomsman, and I was like,
you're standing the whole time.
never mind,
You better find if you get there and they've got a chair for you.
That'd be the dream. But also, I was like, I just couldn't believe my own stupidity because I was like, fuck, I hope I'm not stuck in the back standing up. And I was like, oh fuck, I'm gonna be at the front standing up.
Yes,
fuck.
You're gonna be in a suit.
Just get one of those
That's what I'm keen for. Fitted suits.
Yeah, man.
Oh my god.
Yeah, man.
I got mine
Just get
fitted
one of those,
yesterday.
those guys that
Yeah.
stand on a pole and a sitting and stuff, and it's all just a metal rod going under. And
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
That's gonna be me.
Just get that, but two of them running up to your legs, so you just kind of sitting with a slight squat. You're just sitting down the whole time,
Yep.
standing.
Yep.
They're like, wow, he's got an interesting posture.
Suit's the best
He hasn't
part,
moved
man.
the entire time.
Is he a fucking satyr? What's up with him?
Suit's the best part though. I got my fitted suit for mine. Oh,
Well, the groom asked me the other day. He was like, are you going to buy yours or rent it? And I was like, I'm not going to get a suit fucking fitted for me and then rent it.
yeah, you're better off buying it because then you can at least pull it out every now and
Right?
then.
And
Yeah.
that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And
He
it
was
can
like,
be gangster, and you
How
can
you-
roll up.
Yeah.
okay, sorry. Gangster is my new word for cool.
I rolled up on the block in the tuxedo. Blah, blah.
Fucking white people. And Shannon. You know why?
No shit.
Well, you look confused!
I was a little bit, but
You know what I've noticed?
Got there
about
eventually.
This whole thing is that we've been wanting to take a photo of everybody when we're all in the same place, and we can do that today. I'm wearing the same fucking shirt.
the same one that's on the website.
On the website.
Great.
Yeah, that's bad.
I didn't
You know what we'll do? We'll just Photoshop you out of this photo and then Photoshop the old one into the new one.
And I'll be like...
Still holding the fucking jug.
Ugh.
You reckon we will, though?
How's the suit, by the way?
I found it comfortable.
Good.
The pants actually fit down to past my ankles, which
Nice.
is nice. I can sit down and my pants don't go up to my calves.
Oh, that's a dream.
No, it's pretty good.
Awesome.
I like the color scheme.
Sweet.
Is it purple?
Funny story about
the
that
fucking
actually.
Joker.
I went to go get that. I went to go get that fitted.
Purple.
And as I was going to get it fitted, I was driving from work to Logan Hyperdome where Vanessa is.
Whoa, just out of
Okay,
location.
Now we know where to find her.
Yeah.
We'll find her.
By the time this thing gets viral, if it ever does,
She's not going to be there.
She's not gonna be there.
Yeah, fair call.
But yeah, so look, driving along Logan Central Road, and then I'm taking a right down to go down to the service road that goes from Logan Lee out to the M1. And as I'm turning right, there is this fucking dickhead cut off the car behind me.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Right?
Jesus.
Okay, no, this is the part. Is that I actually start to sympathize with him. Because the other guy gets mad fucking road rage. Like, the worst I have ever seen. And when I say that, I mean, like, at one point, we are driving along the street, right? It's a neighborhood, like a nice neighborhood. Looks like a lot of kids probably live there. There is a school there. And they're both driving at 100 kilometers beside me.
Oh.
In a single lane. And they're just like fucking going at it. And this is the thing.
Are you blind and deaf?
Why?
You just got that zoomed in at like 7
I'm just playing with it.
Oh, okay.
But this is the thing.
You're
This
like
is the fucking kicker.
deteriorating. Sorry, yes.
The guy that gets cut off pulls over to, because he's like chasing this dude. Like he wants to fucking have a go at him. At one point, he like goes up beside him and like rolls down his window and starts yelling abuse at him. I couldn't hear it. My fucking windows were up. I tried to stay back. And I pulled over for a bit, kept going. I caught up to them, doing normal speed, so they must have been stuck behind someone. And then the guy who got cut off pulls over. I'm like, okay, cool, that's the end of it. It wasn't. He pulled over to let his family out. He had a schoolgirl in there and somebody else. I didn't know if it was his partner or what. It was someone else. It was a shadowy figure when I passed. And then he got back on the road and sped up to behind me. The guy that cut him off was in front and he was behind me. He got out of his car and started running towards him at a set of lights that were red, so it was just stopped there. And then the other guy was like, fuck, he's coming. So he pulls out into like heavy traffic at a red stoplight. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Holy
And then the other
shit.
dude gets back in his car and tries to find him again. And I'm like, trying to read his number plate because I want to call the cops.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, legitimately thought someone's gonna fucking die.
That's insane.
And that was just yesterday.
Hell of a drug.
Yeah. That was just yesterday on my way to try out a wedding suit in Logan.
What a trash fire.
Yeah, it was pretty fucking
Welcome to
intense.
Logan. May I take your order? Yes, I'd like one crackhead, please.
Yeah. With a side of meth.
With a side of meth.
That's the next station you're going to have to go to.
Sorry, we don't serve meth here, sir.
We're out of stock, sorry.
Sorry, the meth machine is broken.
You said what? You said what? I'll fucking go you.
No,
Boy,
you were
that's
too late.
racist, I.
Not understandable. Have a fucked day, mate.
Hope you get robbed.
But yeah, that was really fucked. But then I tried on the suit and it was a good day from then. And then I played Mario Kart for the rest of the day.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a good game. I've been wanting to get CTR.
Me too.
Ooh, I've played it. It's gangster. It's also really hard.
Yeah, I've heard it's difficult. I really want to play
wait
it.
to get my tax back.
Oh, fuck, I want to play that game.
That's the thing, I don't know what to get it on. Like the Switch, everyone can play it, or PlayStation, where it belongs.
Where you can play it by
The
yourself.
PlayStation, because you get bonus content.
Oh, I found out something too. So I recently, TJ, Nina's little brother, has
bitch.
has got a PlayStation 4.
About fucking time.
He traded in his Xbox 360, which I was really sad about because we used to do the Halo 3 link-ups when we had a bunch of people come over. But he traded it all in and all of his games, and then his controllers, heaps of shit, and then he got $70 for it. I'm pretty sure I want to check because he was borrowing some of my games. I really hope he didn't trade them in.
He did.
Oh, he probably
He's
definitely
done. You're
did.
never seeing those games again.
And
He'll give you $3 for him.
We got our same Ratchet Gladiator back, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Weird.
But he used that money to buy a steering wheel.
No!
For the PlayStation.
No!
Which cost almost as much as a VR pre-owned.
Yes.
So
yeah,
I
they
was
do.
like, why?
Like, Crash wouldn't support it, would it?
No, I don't think many.
No,
people-
it'll
It's
be
just Gran Turismo.
Gran Turismo,
Just Forza.
Assetto Corsa.
Forza's Xbox exclusive.
I don't know car games.
I mean,
Project Cars?
Project Cars, depending on your setup, you might be able to play a farming simulator with that.
Yeah, that's why he'd want it.
Does he hate money?
A Burnout Paradise might use it.
Cool. That's actually kind of worth it.
Either way, it's fucking.
Drive
why would you do that
Club?
If you had. Fuck. If you could get VR instead, right?
But you could also get Drive Club VR. You can also get Drive Club VR and the steering wheel, and then you're fully immersed.
GT6?
Or you could just drive a fucking car.
Nah, fuck that. You gotta pay radio and fuel.
He already does. Anyway, I was just like,
Mad
that's
Max.
unbelievable.
Should be unlocked, but yeah.
Maybe Mad Max?
I think it is unlocked.
Maybe
I don't think Mad Max, no. There's too
You
much-
might be able to rig it up.
I mean,
Gonna beat this guy
Onrush?
with a fucking guitar.
Onrush? There's not a lot of games that use a steering wheel. Like, he's fucking boned himself there.
I think he's gonna try to return it so he can.
Didn't someone?
Should we try and end the podcast while Kyron's gone?
Didn't someone beat Halo 3 on Legendary with the guitar?
Look, don't
Yeah,
ask
they
me.
did.
I don't read these sorts of things.
there was the no, it's Dark Souls is the one that people.
That's
do that.
right,
There
it
was
was
a guy
Dark
who beat
Souls,
Dark
yeah.
Souls with the Donkey Kong bongo.
Oh my
controller.
god! What the
Yeah.
fuck? How much time do you have on your hands?
Too much.
That's right. I remember that.
Yeah.
It was something.
There's
yeah, it
also a
was
guy
something
who did
stupid
Dark
like
Souls
that.
with the Guitar Hero controller
Oh,
as well.
that's a little
There was a
more
lot of
believable.
people doing Guitar Hero controller stuff when it came out, being like, "Oh, I'm gonna play this super hard game and use a Guitar Hero controller." Woo! Whammy bar. It's the best way to play that game. Just woo! Whammy bar. Always whammy. Never
I
stop whammying.
really want to get a Guitar Hero game again so I can play it because I fucking
See,
miss that game.
I was really bad at Guitar Hero. For some reason, I just was never good at like the timing as well as the buttons, and it was just like it was too
It's too
difficult
much.
for me.
Too much, man.
It's because it wasn't gangster enough.
Yeah, it was not gangster. But so every once in a while when I lived in Roma, I would always go to my brother's house and we'd always play games. So we'd always play something like Call of Duty or he had a Kinect, so we played some fighting game, Kinect Adventures, that was one. Just whatever game we wanted to play. And at one point he got Guitar Hero and I was like, oh fuck yeah, like that'll be cool. Because I remembered playing it when I was at a younger age than I was then and being terrible at it. And I was like, oh, maybe that I'm older, I'll be good at it. I was like 14 or something. So I was like, yeah, maybe I'll be good. And I fucking played it. Not good at it. I was so bad whenever it was him and his mates. He would be guitar, his other mate would be bass, the other one would be drums. I'd be stuck on singing. That's how bad
Someone's
I
got to
was.
be on singing.
Sometimes.
Took the midnight train going anywhere.
Yuck.
I got really good at like medium Guitar Hero.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
but that
Like
was the funnest one to play.
four buttons.
Yeah.
As soon as they were like, "Oh, make your pinky move to that fifth button," I was like, "Fuck you."
Yeah, it wasn't as fun either. Like
Yeah.
the four buttons was the best.
I was good at beginner.
The best thing about Guitar
Beginner was
Hero,
boring.
Beginner was just
feeling like
strumming.
the problem with beginner is that like they're
No.
not
No. There's beginner, which is just like it was the purple bar across every single
Oh,
thing.
that
And then he had
one.
easy, which was the first. Three.
Oh, I didn't realize. He's locked out.
Is he locked
How
up?
the fuck did we lock that?
I think he must.
I
Have
think
done
it's your
it.
default lock.
Kyron,
He's fine. He got the key.
What a shithead. Oh,
He
God.
screams, "It's locked!" when he has the keys.
I have lock and key.
Sorry, I didn't want to try and figure out which key was it.
There's only 2 keys.
Yeah, well, I didn't know that. It was in my pocket.
You didn't know that? They were in his
That's
pocket.
great.
That's so great. That's so good. But yeah, I got like extremely good at Guitar Hero on the medium setting.
Yeah.
And then never bothered to go any higher.
I got
'cause-
really, really good on DS Guitar Hero. No, I had normal Guitar Hero. This was
Wait, are you talking about the one where you get like the attachment for the
little
GBA
thing.
slot?
Yeah.
And you, like, put it in there,
Oh, Jesus
I
Christ.
played a lot of it. I got full combos on like everything up until this one song, and I couldn't fucking do it.
What was the
hard. Maroon 5. This love has taken its toll on me. I don't know what the song name is.
This Love.
This love.
It's called This Love.
I could fucking get perfect scores on that in any level of difficulty, but for some reason on this one,
You
I
know
just
what I
couldn't
want
do
to
it.
see a Guitar Hero remake for like Switch.
Yeah, it's
but
called
it's got
Garage
Wii
Band.
characters instead of the actual.
Then you'll love Wii Music.
No, you won't. No, you would. Why would you lie to him like that? Why would you do that to him?
Don't lie to me, Keena.
If all you want is guitars and me's, it's there.
It's not.
Oh no.
What an asshole.
Don't make Guitar Hero and how fun it was to play on medium, but everything else was shit.
Because that setting's the one where you can feel like a rock star. Like if you
Yeah.
get it right and start nailing it.
And then I got guitar lessons after that. I was like, this is fucking sick.
Nice.
And then I got mum and dad to buy me a guitar. I got guitar lessons. He got surgery on his knee and never taught me again.
Oh,
He's like, yeah, I've got surgery on my knee. That guy's fucked up.
my favorite thing about Guitar Hero when I was in high school was that we used to do like nights where we'd play games like with a bunch of my mates and we'd do Guitar Hero stuff. And one of my best friends in high school isn't like an actual guitarist, like recording an album like doing all the cool shit, playing in gigs. He's really fucking good, and he fucking sucks at Guitar Hero.
Yeah.
And I kicked his ass. And I felt amazing.
Funny thing about that is that they use the actual Slash. You know Slash?
Yes.
Yeah. He was in a mocap for his character in Guitar Hero.
Yeah.
3 Legends of Rock. He said that he tried to play Guitar Hero and he was shit at it.
Yes. Yeah. Actual. What I found was that actual musicians can't play Guitar Hero.
Aha, maybe I'm a born musician.
That is a video I want to film.
Maybe one day.
Dean, you can't go without a drink. You won't be able to see the string.
That makes me a good musician. Rockstar.
What's okay.
I'm gonna play guitar. Oh, wait, no, I can't because I'm too
What's an
fucked.
instrument you can play with a drink in your hand?
The recorder. Oh, wait,
No, you
with a
need
drink in
second
your hand?
Yeah.
Harmonica.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, harmonica.
Okay. The jug.
Jug.
So you know the banjo. And
So what, you want me to like, you want me to like,
Nah, you finish your drink and then it's a 2-in-1.
Yeah.
What was
the
that-
Thing, the thing I'm
what
saying.
was
The
that
thing I'm
accent?
thinking is like I'm trying to think of a.
you gotta finish that drink and then you got 2 in 1. Is that what you were going for?
Yeah.
What?
Nothing.
What are you doing about?
I'm trying to think of an instrument
What?
you can actually play
Hold
without
on.
being impeded by it.
Piano, you can do some piano stuff.
Like
I don't know what you
chopsticks.
said on last.
You said, we were talking about this earlier. Because I
There's the
started,
accent and then I said people are always confused. When I
Oh,
hear that
right,
accent.
yeah.
what was the accent? The one that you just did.
What accent?
Oh my god, just tell me the just tell me the accent you did.
What are you doing?
What are you
Anyway.
doing? Every single time that I hear that accent though, it reminds me of my favorite fucking video in the world. The one where it's
I'm
like,
glad I could bring that joy to you.
he's down at the beach with his misso and he's like, baby, don't go out too
Yeah.
far. The rocks, you'll slip on the rocks, baby. And then
Holy
it's like,
shit, man!
holy shit, baby, that lightning bottle must hit you. Are you alright? And it's the fucking best video. I love it.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
it's a
bro.
fucking funny
It
shit.
just fucking comes
Yeah,
down.
yeah.
It has subtitles. That's how fucking like amazing it is. Like he's definitely speaking English, but no one knows what the fuck he's talking about. He's like, oh my god, baby, are you alright? Holy fucking shit. That almost hit you, baby. I love it. It's so good. Fucking love that guy. Gangster. Bang bang! I'm gonna fucking that lightning bolt up, baby. It's gonna lose his kneecaps. Cool. Anything else? Because I got Pixelmon to play. Bitches to fight. Yeah, I do.
Is that a bit?
Bro, okay. Favorite starter, go.
Incineroar.
So Lytton.
Yeah.
Come back to me.
Didn't we do this last time?
Squirtle.
I'm getting a lot of deja
There
vu.
was no last time, we know this!
So he said Squirtle.
Squirtle for Kyron.
You.
Oh, I was asking the question, so I didn't think I'd go.
You fucking.
Can we come back to me? You.
I don't have a favourite. I like them all equally.
Wow.
Bullshit.
Oh,
Pick
shut
one.
the fuck
I don't have
up.
a favourite.
Oh, you
Which-
born in
okay.
2019?
Okay.
No.
Equal
Wait,
opportunist?
what was the last starter you chose?
I don't know.
Wow. What was the first starter you chose?
I don't know.
You've never started a Pokemon game, have you?
Yeah.
No, this motherfucker finished his friend's Pokemon game.
I can
He
just imagine.
completed his fucking friend's Pokédex.
I can just imagine Keena's sitting there and it's like, choose a Pokemon, and it's like, but I love them all so equally, and that's it.
And then,
That's the whole game.
Just throws it on the ground, smashes the game.
every
walks
time
away.
he comes home from work, he's like, I'm gonna play Pokemon, and then he's like, just sitting there,
He's just an
And he's
awful
just-
Steven Universe.
he's just going like back and forth, hovering over the Pokeballs, like, which one's he gonna get?
Yeah, which is
one?
yeah.
Next day, puts it away, comes back.
400
which one am I
hours
gonna
away.
get?
Here's what it was
I could,
like.
This
I could
sounds
see
like a
Keena as like an
Let's
Oshawott lover.
I would play the games, finish it in 2 days,
Okay.
You
start
chose.
it again, choose the next starter, go again.
What's your favorite Pokemon game?
I don't have a favourite Pokemon game.
When
Oh
Diamond and
my
Pearl
God.
came out, who did you choose?
Don't know.
Oh my
What do
god!
you mean you don't
I
know?
don't know.
Turtwig?
Probably. I don't know.
Chimchar?
I don't know.
Piplup?
You don't know.
You definitely look like a Turtwig.
Biddle. He chose
You don't
one
look
and
like
then
a
fucking
Turtwig.
put it in the PC straight
I
away.
don't know, he
Bid
You don't look like a Turtwig.
It looks like a Chikorita,
I
man.
don't
like a
know.
Yeah.
I don't
Turtwig
even-
user. That's what I meant.
A Chikorita man.
No,
Yeah.
he definitely like is the type of person to just finish it, play again, finish it, play
I
again.
was that
Just
person.
all- no, I know. But just do all of them because you're just like, oh.
He seems so
I don't
defensive
care.
about it. It's like, you underestimate my nerdiness! Stop it!
You're a piece
No, but
of
it's
shit.
it's like no, but it's like everyone you have one that you like more than the others.
You
You
call
do.
Amorous Pokemon bitch.
Like, even though you've
Pokemon
gone through
Blue.
and played it with every single starter, you had to choose one first.
And there had to be a reason for that choice. Whether
Okay,
it be,
if I
just like-
dig deep into my memories, which is a lot, because they're fucking old.
Oh, you're not that old. Fuck.
younger than me, come on.
Yeah, but I still started
And
it.
he had an answer.
Because he's thought about it. Everyone will look like,
No, I haven't thought about it. It was just simply they made a fire cat and the cat turned into a wrestler, so boom, there's my answer. Like, it's not that difficult. Like,
Mine was a turtle. It was kind of cool. It used water, and then it got fucking cannons.
Big old cannon boys.
Got a point.
I think the first game I played was Ruby. I think I chose Turtwig because I like, not Turtwig, sorry, Torchic.
Torchic.
I was gonna say, I'm like,
I was gonna say, no motherfucker, you didn't. 'Cause we played that together, and I was like, fire, fire, fire.
wait a second.
Everyone just became YouTube for a second. When he said, I started Gen 3 and I got Turtwig. Everyone was like,
You did not! That's not how that works!
He said, it, we were like, ah!
The reason is because I like Torchic and Combuskin in the anime.
Yeah.
cool.
okay.
That was it.
Anime.
The anime.
Yeah, it's
It's
an anime.
It's an anime.
It's an anime.
It's about as much of an anime as Yu-Gi-Oh!
I think he was just trying to hint at the fact that maybe he'd watched it in porn or something.
Oh no, I was just.
Did you watch Torchic porn? You
Yeah.
sick fuck.
Yeah, he's keeping the Nintendo Switch afloat.
Yeah.
Blaziken fucks up Gollum.
Interactive combustion
Oh,
titties.
Blaziken fucks.
Why do you think he's got such big pants?
Have you guys seen that little bush on the front of him? That's his cock.
I know.
That's his fire cock.
You got that fire dick.
Blaze kick, fire punch, fire cock.
Then I realised Torchic sucks against the first couple of gyms.
Yes, it
so,
does.
Does it?
Every
Yeah, it
fire
does.
starter
It's
now
Yeah,
rock
that's the
does.
thing. But because it's my first game, I didn't know that. Thus,
It's
I know
rock and
fighting
fighting.
is third.
I've never had an issue.
Rock and
Like, I generally always start every Pokemon game with a fire type, even though my favorite is Squirtle.
Oh no.
I generally
it's
always
water.
start
It's
with
crush.
a
It's,
fire
it's,
type.
Is it water?
Yeah, it's water. Crush Awake.
Yes. Yep.
I always
That
start with
fucking
fire.
hurt.
Never had an issue.
Yes, it did.
Oh my god. We were thinking about what the gyms were for.
We know Pokemon, like no Pokemon.
Yeah.
So
who were you trying to? What were you trying to?
the
say?
second gym
gyms?
leader in
So
Holland.
we
It's
knew
fighter.
the first one was what?
it's the fighter.
No, that's the third one.
Yeah, he's a fighter, but his gym type is water.
Yeah. Because you've got the fighting type gym. Because you need.
I thought it was electric.
No, that's
No. So you get your first one, which is rock, and then
I thought it was electric.
Maybe the second
you,
one. No.
you take the boat.
in Holland.
You take the boat to
Two.
the fighting
it
gym.
is brawly.
Where
No,
you get
it's brawly.
you
It's
get
the fighting type.
surf.
No, it's the fighting type.
No,
Gym.
no, no. You
The
get
Oh,
second
wait,
one's
no, you get
fighting.
surf land.
Crush Awake is like fifth.
Yes. So it is the second one.
Yeah, but Torchic isn't good against the fighting type gym because
Yeah, but at that point,
I didn't
you've
think it
got
was fighting. I
everything
thought it was
else.
electric.
no, Electric 3.
No.
At that point, you've already got Swellow.
Yeah.
yeah. But Torchic still isn't good,
Yeah.
Oh, it's as good as.
and it doesn't get good until. In fact, none of the gyms are actually. It's actually strong against.
Well, what do we got? There's.
No, mate. All you need is Plusle. Minions suck.
He helps against Watson because there's some steel in there, but that's about it.
Doesn't matter. It's such a.
And then I suppose Metagross when you need to fight.
When you fight Steven,
Steven.
when you get towards the end, but
Other
that's
than that.
yeah. But it's fighting type and
Sidekick, you kind of fucked there.
Yeah.
Flying, fucked there.
water fucked.
Fucked there.
Yep.
Jesus Christ, Torchic was hard.
fire
Yeah,
is like the worst.
Torchic is
Because
hard.
I remember for Fire Red, that
You
was.
gotta have balls to pick Torchic.
Well, no.
Yeah. If you want
Well, the fire starter-
If you want to breeze through the game like a little boy, you pick any other starter. You want to be a
Mudkip.
man. You want to fight for
Wouldn't
your
you pick
life.
Mudkip? I'm sure you could.
No, Mudkip is the easier one.
You pick
Yeah.
Torchic.
Mudkip's generally easy.
Mudkip's good because it beats the first gym. It's okay against the second, and it's completely immune against the third by the time it's a marsh type.
Because it's got the ground, mate.
Who's got the ground?
It's got the high ground.
Goes to goes to ground.
Okay, we need to stop with this accent. It's throwing me off. Every time you keep talking about it, I'm just getting like,
Oh, I want to
Ah,
talk about
flashback.
the Pokemon.
Everyone just took look like this now.
What's your
It's
favourite,
like not
Nathaniel?
even a big deal.
My favorite.
Yeah.
Go on.
Okay, I have a
on.
picture of them all if
Look,
you
there's
like.
probably.
If you like visual reference.
It would have to be like a mixture of three, but I'll choose one at the end. So it's either Charizard,
Ugh.
Totodile,
Totodile rad.
or Torchic.
Mm.
And I would have to say, I fucking hate the way Blaziken looks for some reason.
That's a
so-
solid pick.
Because he's got those big fucking
And I
Jamaican
don't-
dance fighty pants.
I never really played
like them.
the second games that much. I never played Gold or Silver. Like, I had it, and I'd always start it, and then just be like, okay, I'm up to that guy where you get your first phone number, and then you just don't.
Yeah. Gold and silver are hard.
That's
They can
Joey?
get difficult.
Yeah, that's always where I
You
get.
only got to
Yeah,
Joey?
and I would just be like,
It was like the first, not the first, but definitely one of the first trainer battles.
No, he
You
said you get the phone number.
yeah.
Yeah, I
get
think.
that from Joey.
Yeah.
Because him and the other one are
No, but
having
he had to at least get to Mr. Pokemon to get his thing.
Yeah, you have to.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So like he got the egg and then he went
So
to
you get
battle
the,
Joey.
is it the cross
Yeah,
transceiver?
so,
Yeah.
No,
like,
wait, that
you
was
go
for white and black. They called this the Poke.
Pokegear.
Pokegear, that's right.
Yeah. So yeah, but I think my favorite has to be Charmander because of Charizard.
I mean-
I always fucking have Charmander when I actually seriously want to battle.
Charmander, Squirtle. What was yours again, Dean?
I didn't have one.
What?
Well, I'm
It's like fuck you, Keena. Don't hate
Dean, what is your favorite starter?
No. So like I said the same as Nathaniel. I said come back to me. So
Yeah.
having a look at the picture of them all here.
They all suck.
So I no.
Pikachu.
So I love Cyndaquil just as base form.
Yeah.
Quilava's cool, Typhlosion's strong, don't get me wrong. But I fucking love the shit out of Cyndaquil.
Yep.
He's gangster.
Yep. He was
But
my
if I-
favorite until Lytton.
But if I had to choose one that was just good all the way, yeah, Squirtle. Fuck oath.
Yeah.
Love Squirtle.
Squirtle's
I've got
Just
him.
Squirtle game.
I did, yeah.
Squad.
Squirtle Squad.
That's it.
Yeah.
If you want to join the squad,
That sounds like a
Copyright
Pornhub
friendly.
name. Yeah, so
put a link in the description. Hit the bell. Join the squad.
that was fucking not in.
Whoa, my brain just. I think I died.
Anyway,
I think I
yeah.
died.
I love Squirtle so much. He was on my keys for a bit. Now I've left him at work. And
Oh,
everyone's
no.
like, what's that? And I'm like,
I remember that.
fucking Squirtle.
This is my favorite starter. The Trunks.
Hey, you got Trunks.
Nice.
He looks like a midget.
Yeah, I know he does, right?
Not in the sense that he's tiny, in the sense that
You know
he's
why? Because it's GT
deformed.
merch.
Fuck
me. But it's Dragon Ball Z.
You're
Cool.
right, he
Clean
looks
roof.
fucking squatty as shit.
Yeah, he's not proportional.
He's
Superhero
like,
Squad.
He's
Yeah, I
like,
was about to say that.
he looks like the Keanu Reeves meme.
Yeah.
Mum said it was my turn on the Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
Put that up to the camera so they can see.
me waiting to tell Mum I shit my
My
pants.
turn to be protagonist.
Yeah, this is great for the audio podcast. All three of them.
Just Google a picture of Trunks and imagine short legs and short arms.
Or
Yeah.
just watch the one on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all good. It's all chill. It's all
Gucci.
Oh, but I can't say gangster?
No.
Alright. Fucking losers.
Gangster gang? That doesn't work. Gucci gang does.
Gangster gang, gets a gang, gets a gang.
No.
No.
No,
Yeah,
that's
see? Yeah, you just prove your own point. Should we
I
wrap
was
it up?
testing it.
I want to complain for a little bit.
Okay.
Oh, I haven't talked about anything I want to do on this thing.
Yeah, no, complain. Complain away. Go ahead.
Fine, speak!
You know this anime called Neon Genesis Evangelion?
Oh, shit.
Wait, how do you spell it? How do you pronounce it?
Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Evangelion? Okay,
A-
I've been calling it Evangelion.
Yes.
It's Evangelion.
Evangeline!
No, Evangelion.
Yeah.
That's how
Just
I've.
sounded like it.
So because you've been talking about it in the group chat, and I saw it on Netflix, and I've always in my mind found it as Evangelion. So Evangelion or Evangelion?
Yeah.
No, that
They abbreviated it because people who've been watching it for a long time, i.e. me, it's Ava.
Yeah, Ava. Yeah.
Ava. So
Cool.
Evangelion.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's what they call the Evangelions, the Avas.
Yeah.
So. But anyway, Netflix fucked it up.
Oh, is it a remake? Not a.
No, it's a
What it is,
redub.
It's the Blu-rays hadn't come out in the West, so only Japan had the nice, pretty Blu-rays. So what they did, they got the pretty Blu-rays, and then but they didn't have any of the licenses to anything else. So they didn't have like the ending song, the original translations, or the original dub.
So they fucked the story.
No, they didn't. So what they've done, they've retranslated it.
Sorry.
In the retranslations, they've done a new subtitle track and a new dub. And in the new dub, that's new characters, and everyone's always going to get mad because it's a new dub. Dubs always suck, according to everyone ever in the history of anime.
Well, only fucking hipsters, but yep.
Only the motherfuckers that read the manga and are like,
No,
just
every
No,
dub
ev-
that's ever come out.
You just
everyone's
gotta
like,
love-
"They fucking suck."
You gotta love it though, because every time it happens, it's like, it doesn't sound right. It's like, yeah, because it's in a fucking different language.
Yeah.
Surprisingly.
So, and then the big thing they did was actually like, because it's retranslated, they went for a more literal translation. So, Evangelion goes places, like it gets really fucking weird at the end, like super psychological.
Okay.
And then gets weird. The main character has never been told anyone loves him because he's that fucked over and his dad's evil and his mum died when he was little. This
Okay.
boy from space comes out of nowhere
Okay.
and says he loves him. That fucks over this other guy. In
Sounds
the original
like hentai.
translation it's love, in the new one it's like.
Okay.
What that does is completely get rid of this relationship. Well, it doesn't leave any
It
room for-
undercuts, yeah.
It undercuts. That's
It
a good
undercuts
word.
the whole point of the story. Like the whole point of that narrative thread is that no one's ever said he loved him.
Yeah.
I like you. Still hasn't happened. Like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
That it fucks the whole thing.
Yeah, and the translator came out like, "Oh, I wanted it left like that for viewers' interpretation." Like, no, that's not. There's many things in that show that is ambiguous for a reason. Should not.
That
be
was
one
not
of them.
one of them. Yeah.
Like in the original Japanese translation, it means like in terms of like how high schools go up to each other, like I really like you sort of thing. But in that like love sort of way, it's very.
I like you.
Yeah,
yes.
that kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
But it is also. But it's also the same as like going up to someone and saying I love you, and it's just like it's this weird.
Yeah.
It's very Japanese, so
It's not the
just
word that
easier-
means I romantically love you.
Yeah.
It's like a middle ground word. That
Yeah.
like.
Oh, so it's like when you're drunkenly talking to someone, you're like, I love you. You're like, you don't like, you're not like, I'm connecting heart to heart, but you're like,
No, it's a bit more than that, but it's more around the idea of like when you're 16, 17 and you think I like that person.
Yeah.
I don't love that person, but I do like it's like a crush.
Yeah,
but it can
it's-
also be used in the same context as like, two best mates or something like that. It's not that romantic love.
So getting that across in English is pretty tricky.
It's difficult
They
because
went
we've only got
more
one
literal.
word, love.
Yeah.
That's it.
And they went literal and went like.
Yeah, so-
Instead of just getting the point across in English and saying love.
Yeah.
So that
And it-
was undercut.
And it fucks the translation. Yeah.
Yeah, the translation's just all over, just weird. Like I watched the first couple of episodes, I'm like, this doesn't seem right. And I've only seen the dub before, so I shouldn't be shell shocked that much. But it just gave a completely different vibe of the show.
Yeah, it's been done in a way that the show gets a different tone, which is really shitty because Evangelion is all about its tone.
Yeah.
Like, it is all about the tone. If
Yeah.
you fuck that up, you fuck the show.
Yeah. So yeah, Netflix done one of the greatest anime dirty, which is not fun. So what I've done.
that already.
What do you
Death Note, just every anime that they've ever touched.
No,
they've
anime,
fucked up.
like, they have the proper version of Death Note.
Yeah, but Death Note the original is up on Netflix.
Yeah.
Like just the
This is
stock
the
standard.
original show, like this.
They took the original animation.
What I'm saying is the live action movie.
Oh yeah, but
No,
this is different.
Anything that Netflix gets their hands on that has to do with anime, they're like,
Seven Deadly Sins is really good.
Yeah, it is.
okay, a pre-existing anime.
I mean, it's a manga. I mean, they've proven they can do good work with originals. Like, they can do it. They could have done it with this one too. Like, it was just a matter of like, get the translation right.
Yeah. And like the thing that's pissed everyone off, it just doesn't seem like they paid enough. Like, the other thing is that they don't have the ending credit songs, which is Fly Me to the Moon, which is a Frank Sinatra song.
Yes.
Or I think he was the first person to cover it. Anyway, that's the song. That's the end credit song, which is nice. Like, it's really good to have like all this intense stuff and then Fly Me to the Moon. So that plays that, and that's not in the. It's just an orchestral thing. There's other parts in it where there's like insert songs, where it's like during this like moment of like two characters confessing they do love each other because they're adults and awkward. In the original, it is music playing. In the Netflix version, it's literally crickets chirping.
There's also the problem with the subtitles, the way they work. You know how when you've got like an anime you're watching the subtitles,
Yeah.
and they'll also subtitle the signs and
Yeah.
and letters and things that are written. You can only get that if you put all subtitles on in the English version, because like when you do most anime when they do the dub, if you're watching the English dub, they'll translate the words for you so that you know what.
You don't even need to have the subtitles on. It just is
No.
built into the thing.
Yeah, but that's not the way Netflix is.
No.
You can only get those subtitles if you put the subtitles on. If you take them off and just try and listen to the English soundtrack, it doesn't put those up.
And I'm not even sure it does that. Like,
Yeah.
Watching when I was watching the Japanese version with the English subtitles, I'm pretty sure it didn't have the signs and stuff.
Yeah, which is really crucial because there are some written things in that story that are very important, and if you don't know what's being said on the pieces of paper, again, the whole story's undercut.
Yeah.
That would be like Future Diary if they didn't translate it.
Yes, exactly.
You
Yeah.
would just be like, cool,
Yeah.
yeah, something happens at this time.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
It was just very badly done, and the thing is, like, they could have thrown more money, like, put more time into it, like, to get all those translations done.
How long have they been doing this though? Like,
The project was announced, I want to say, like, September last year.
so they've had a year.
Yeah, and like, we're getting Evangelion, it's great, it's going to be the first easy way to access this legally. And it is, but at a cost.
It's not great. Yeah.
No.
I wonder if they'll redo it because it's Netflix. You could feasibly redo it and re-put it back up onto Netflix. And it wouldn't be that bad.
patch it with a but like the thing is, like, they could have
We
put
live in a world where you could patch a TV show.
Yeah, I mean, it's been done before.
Motherfucker.
Pokemon's been patched.
Yeah.
Other things have been edited.
Yeah.
Yeah, like there was the episode that made a bunch of children fucking...
Epileptic.
Epileptic.
But that one, that episode's just been deleted and burned.
Yeah.
Yes, I guess kind of the same one as the one
But
with
no,
James
I don't mean like
Fitz.
editing guns out. I mean like
Yeah.
like straight up like this has already been released in the West,
Yeah.
and you can go back and patch it.
Yeah.
Like you can actually just patch a television show.
So the annoying thing is they haven't put that much money into this, but they'll spend like $10,000 to keep, or a lot more than that, $10 million to keep Friends on Netflix for the next 10 years.
Yeah.
Even though that's only in America, it doesn't really exist. Friends doesn't exist on any like international Netflix.
It's on Stan.
Yeah, Netflix is just weird. I'm in a
Yeah, one like licensing and rights always change and evolve and die and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Someone else will pick up the rights eventually, and then they'll do it justice. Or Netflix will do it again.
Yeah, like just give it like a year or two, maybe 3.
Enough
and, like,
backlash.
Crunchyroll or Anime Lab will pick it up, or even like Funimation will do their own version.
maybe I don't know, because like even the dubbing, like the reason that Evangelion has been fucked and super hard to get is because all of its licensing is really hard, because the original company died, the original like dubbing house died, like it's just all these like weird licensing nightmares, and Netflix is like, we'll do it badly and cheaply, and
That's all you can ask for, really.
so after I saw that happen, I'm like, I'm gonna watch something else, and then I went to Anime Lab and watched Cowboy Bebop.
There's a good idea.
Cowboy Bebop, a really, really good anime.
It's really good.
Okay.
I was sold on 2 words: nihilism and dogs.
Mm-hmm.
And I got what I got.
Cool.
And I'm super happy. That show is really good.
I watched the first 6 episodes of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure and stopped.
Like,
It sounded like a mindfuck.
I didn't enjoy it, but Nathaniel says you have to watch the first season and then the first like 3 episodes of the second season.
It's like Game of Thrones.
To see if you
In the sense
like
that
it.
everybody always
You
says,
do.
oh yeah, but if you don't like it after the first couple of episodes, you have to watch the first like fucking 4 seasons, and then you might get into it.
No, it's the first season. If
Yes,
if the
I
first
think that.
season doesn't grab you, then the
Well, that's
show's
what I
not for
say
you.
about this, is that if you,
Yeah.
like the first season of JoJo's is setting up the entire premise of it.
Yeah, that's the same with Game of Thrones.
They've got
Yeah.
like, I guess two-thirds of that season, the first season, is explaining the entire thing, and then there's like this tiny bit at the end that's like, oh yeah, we did have a story, I guess. And then the first couple episodes of season 2 are fucking awesome. They just like take it off from there. Season 2, season 3 part 2 is really good. And I'm up to the next part, which I'm not super interested in because they took a big hiatus and they got back into it. The writer basically has dementia by the looks of it because he can't remember shit. Like,
Speaking of
they're
which,
like-
aren't we like T-minus 3 months from a new Rick and Morty?
yeah,
Maybe.
apparently.
4 months? Supposed to be November?
Dunno.
Wow.
What?
This whole group used to be super into Rick and Morty.
I mean, I'm super into it. I'm really looking forward to it.
Season 3 just sort of turned me off, and the fan base turned me off.
Yeah.
It's the fan base. It's not the show. Because I liked season 3. I thought story wise, it did some interesting things,
So,
like long term story.
The one with Beth possibly being a clone or not.
Yeah.
That always got people.
I like that, but I like the I like the stuff that's happening on the Citadel of Ricks with like Evil Morty and stuff like that's
cool.
really interesting. I want to see where that goes.
Yeah.
But like just the fan base being shitty.
Szechuan sauce. Pickle ring.
I'm the original Rick!
Yeah.
Speaking of that, I really want to play Trover Saves the Universe.
Who?
Oh really?
You know what
Yeah. I don't want to play
really
that
wanna
game.
play it.
I get enough Justin Roiland in Rick and Morty. Any more than Rick and Morty, and I'm done with that.
Well, I only really want to play it because the last game that he did, Accounting Plus, was fucking awesome. It's
Yeah,
my
I heard it was
favorite,
really good.
VR game.
I heard it was really good, but like, yeah, Trover Say the Universe just seems like, I mean, it's just the same cadence. It's just a lot of like, hey, we're here with the thing, and oh boy,
Everything's improv, and the words are floating in and out. There we go.
woo, yeah. Oh no, you should check out this video game. It sure is a game. Like that, just that for like 10 hours. I couldn't do it. No.
Yeah. No.
Like I get the 10
I
hours.
think there's gonna be 10 hours of content.
Yes. The 10 hours of content I need from Justin Roiland is Rick and Morty, and then after that, like, I don't want to hear or see from that motherfucker ever again. He needs to finish that fucking storyline, and then I'm done with him.
Also watch Good Omens, which is a really good show.
Oh, I've heard good things about
I
that.
want to see that.
It's really good. It's on
I love
Amazon.
love a good David Tennant show.
It more than that. Like, do you know anything about Terry Pratchett and
Yes.
Neil Gaiman?
Yes.
Both good writers. They
Yes.
teamed up for this.
Fantastic.
Terry Pratchett has passed away, but this is like I haven't read the books, but I have a friend who loved the book, and she said like this is one of the most faithful and best recreations of a adaptation she's ever seen.
Oh, that's good to hear.
And it's also just a really, and it's a
always
mini
good to hear.
series. When I heard it was a mini series, like 6 episodes long, like maybe I will actually watch this
Yeah.
because it's not something that goes on for the next ever.
And it's not shortened.
All right.
Fucking hell either.
Yeah, it's like 6 1-hour long episodes. It's
50
great.
words or less.
Okay.
What does everyone think about the Netflix Witcher pictures
They're
that have
good.
come out?
They look fine.
I haven't looked into it at all.
Yeah, look fine.
Yeah.
They're better than the original set. Like black, white. No, I don't know. They're better than the first photo they showed, which was just a not good wig, not merged.
Really? Oh, I didn't. Again, like I don't look into details like that. Like at the end of the day, it's a video game character brought to life, and it's like
The first picture they showed, like
if anything,
a
I
while ago.
want it to look more janky because it's a video game brought to life. Like I want
It's
the first
it's the
episode.
books brought
I
to
want
life.
I want the first episode of this to have Geralt standing like and talking to someone, and having Roach just walk into frame, and then just stick his butt in Geralt's face, and then just I don't know, a dragon comes in and clips through the floor and flies into. Like I want janky shit. I want that. Give me that video game adaptation.
What's the book adaptation?
I don't
I've
fucking
done that.
care. Fuck the guy who wrote the books. He's a piece of shit.
It sounds like you're just really into Gary's mod.
Okay.
No, the guy who wrote the books is a piece of shit.
I've never heard anything about the dude who wrote the books. Why is he a piece of shit?
So he sold the rights to The Witcher to the guys to CD Projekt Red.
For like $50.
Yeah,
Fuck all money.
I think it was like $6,000.
Yeah,
Because he was like, well, it's like I don't like I'm done with it. I don't need to do it. And he doesn't like video games. He fucking hates them. And he has been out ever since The Witcher became popular. He has been out there actively bashing the game because it made The Witcher popular. Because what happened was because he sold the rights, the game got popular. The game then made a bunch of people actually go out and find the books and try and read them, and they were never translated out of Polish. So people went and translated them and did all that kind of stuff, and he didn't see any money from that royalty stuff because he doesn't own the rights to it anymore. So he's bitter because he got rid of the rights, it turned into a phenomenon, and now he's like $1 million in the hole. Like he could have been a huge millionaire, and he doesn't have them anymore.
He's still pretty well off because like the books are super popular in Poland.
Yeah,
But-
I think he still gets royalties from the books,
Yeah,
but
the
like
book,
any
yeah.
of the video game stuff, he doesn't, and it's just like
And the video games are like one of
the
best
most
sellings.
popular thing, and he just trashes the video game makers
Yeah.
all the time because he's just bitter about it.
Yeah.
And he's a piece of shit.
'Cause he's
Can't
like-
they just slap him with a cease and desist?
I don't think so.
It's yeah.
It's not worth their time.
Yeah, some cranky.
Well, seeing as though the fact
Polish
that
dude.
you were really into the game and you never heard about this, I don't think they really care.
Exactly. That's the thing. It's like for most people, they're never going to know about it. It's me
And
and
it's
Keena, the
probably-
crazy ones who know this stuff.
Fucking insane piece
And
of
it's
shit.
probably why the TV show is happening, so that it's licensed and like it probably has better back-end royalties off it. And like, I'm gonna make the show this way. And Netflix is super popular. That's how he's gonna. be
I'll
happy.
bet you that this will be fine, but I'll bet you the interpretation through this will not be as good as the interpretation through the video game.
Probably.
Yeah, probably not. Or, people have been like, because the one thing in the comments of the pictures that I've seen, like on the Facebook stuff of Geralt, is they're pissed off that he's got one sword on his back.
Oh, boo-hoo.
It's an origin story. Probably.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll get the second sword.
Yeah.
Generally, you get that during the Witcher trials.
In the books, he just keeps it in Roach. Like, he just has the silver swords, like, just slung over the side. He just puts it in there because not every creature requires a silver sword. That's just in the game.
Yeah.
That's what I've heard.
That's
and
fair.
also the obvious, Yennefer's blind! Fuck off.
Yeah.
She looks awesome.
Yeah.
My actual issue is that Ciri's a bit too old if they're doing a book origin story, but whatever. Kids can't do anything apparently.
Well, they probably want to go They probably want to go R-rated, and it's more difficult to have that kind of stuff with children who are little. I know Game of Thrones got away with it, but you kind of there's like a lot of regulations around that stuff and like how you shoot it and how you do it, and if they want to
Game
get
of Thrones kind of like regulated, like what scenes the kids
exactly,
could
yeah,
be in.
absolutely. Like, but that's how they have to do it. Like legally, I think that if children are in R-rated movies, they have to be like
sectioned off from
yeah,
the
it's like
shit.
they need to be shot in separate locations, or you can't have those two scenes overlap, and like during the shooting schedule, so like it's difficult. And Netflix is known to do things cheap and easy. So if they wanted to have an actual age appropriate and they wanted to do the things they want to do, they might end up putting themselves in a situation where they're like, shit, now we've got tits, death, and a 14-year-old. Fuck, what are we gonna do?
More of it, please.
God, you're the worst. Just the worst human being on the planet.
That's a casual Tuesday for Kyron. That's, how he
Okay.
does it.
Y'all want to wrap it up now?
Yep.
I think that's it.
Cool.
Spider-Man, that was
Bitch and
good.
bounce.
If you'd like this episode, please.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Like the episode, please. Jesus Christ. If you have any questions, please comment below or email us at amalgamshow@gmail.com.
Yep.
Jesus, fuck boy.
Keep going.
No.
Alright, subscribe, go to our Patreon, just go to Patreon, look up Amalgam Show, you'll find us somewhere. And then like, subscribe, ring the bell, bye.
Yeah. Don't forget the website, www.amalgamshow.com.
And we have Twitter handles. Woohoo! They're in the description.
In description below.
Bye.
Woo! Bitch.